Hey, what is going on, everybody? Evan Driggs here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, I'm a professional magician, currently on tour, living full-time in an RV, traveling around, documenting all my adventures. So, check it out. We are in Boise. I wanted to check in and make a video to tell you guys what happened in the last leg of the journey on the way here, what has happened since we've been here in Boise, where we're staying. Make sure you stick around for that one. It's absolutely insane. And then of course, what happens next after Boise. So let's start with before we got here. Some of you may have noticed that there actually wasn't a video last week. That's because when I went to go edit our Salt Lake City video, all of the audio was cut from pretty much all of the talking portions of the video. So unfortunately, that didn't work. I'm just going to tell you guys about it now. We have found ourselves at many very interesting campsites over the course of this trip, but I think this one takes the cake. Lagoon RV Park and Campground. Now this is right next to Lagoon Amusement Park. So literally when I pull in and I'm hooking up my RV, I can hear the sounds of people screaming going down roller coasters. That was such a blast being right next to an amusement park. I'm a huge theme park fan, so enjoy this montage of roller coasters and water slides. We are in Farmington, Utah.
Salt Lake.
Yeah, right outside of Salt Lake City. Now we found ourselves at some interesting campsites over the course of this trip. People's farms, there's been goats and chickens and things nearby, but I don't think we've had any sounds like this. I don't know if you guys can hear this. So after Salt Lake City, we went to right around Mountain Home, Idaho. And it was there that we had something pretty crazy happen. I do have some footage from that, so I'm just gonna lay this in right here and let the footage do the talking. Here we are. We're finally in Idaho. I would love to say that we made it here without any problems, but that was not the case. This thing did phenomenal. Ever since we've put that new fan clutch in, I have not seen a temperature over 205 degrees. It is doing exactly what it's supposed to. The issue was with this thing this time. You guys know that I love to document our repairs and show you everything that happens in RV life, but this is something that happened so quickly. It started and it was over with in an absolute whirlwind. So when we pulled in here, we checked in, I went to unhook the car from the tow dolly, and this wheel right here was at a 45. I mean, it was literally sideways. So I grabbed a hold of it, shook it all around. I mean, I'll put up some pictures here, but it was completely loose. I mean, it was totally screwed up. I do not know how we made it here, to be completely honest with you, by the looks of that thing. But we did. Our new tires that we just put on there, everything was fine. So it took some effort, but I did finally get everything off, and I found out that our wheel bearings completely shot. I'm still learning, you know, this RV stuff. Apparently this is something you're supposed to do around 10,000 miles or so, is pack some grease in there. I haven't done that once since we've had this thing. Who knows if the previous owners ever did it. So what we did end up replacing both wheel assemblies. Got a bunch of grease in there. How we were able to do that is an even better story. Now, whenever we get into these predicaments, Lauren isn't really the best at helping out with the mechanical things, but there is one thing that she's very good at, and that is getting on the horn and calling people. With varying degrees of success, do you agree? Yes? You don't have to shake the camera.
Yeah.
with varying degrees of success. But today she calls a mobile mechanic, and he quoted me about $700 for the job, which I now know was about $250, $260 is what we paid for the parts. Today is July 3rd.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yes.
Memorial Day weekend. I mean, everything is closed right now. People are ready to celebrate for the holidays. I did not know where we were gonna find the parts for this, but when she called the mobile mechanic, he told me about a parts store about 4 minutes up the street called Greer Truck and Trailer. I'm gonna put their information right here. 5-star review, instantly. They were phenomenal. So I called Ray, who is the person who owns the shop. He was there helping somebody else out. They sometimes come in for emergency after hours calls. He was there helping somebody else out, and he said, "Sure, you can come down. How close are you?" I said, "I have no idea where you're located. I'm at Lucky Lake 208. He says, "You're 4 minutes away. Come on up the street." So I grabbed my keys as fast as I could, went up the street, bought 2 brand new wheel assemblies, got home. Now there was one more problem. I've never done any of this before. I don't know how to replace wheel bearings or pack the grease in there or anything like that. But Lauren also made one more phone call, and that was to the people who own this campground, Nikki and Ben. So turns out Ben knows a thing or two about RVs. So Nikki said that she would get a hold of him, and it went about 3 hours before we heard anything. So I wasn't really planning on them coming here to help us out. I was getting my computer, I was going on YouTube trying to figure out how to do this thing, and then out of nowhere, a truck pulls up right about here, and it's Ben. And he gets out of his car with an electric Milwaukee grease gun, and he walks right over and he's like, "Oh, you got the parts. Let's do this thing." It was a matter of, we got to our campsite around 12:30. By 4 o'clock, everything was snugged back up, good as new. And just like that, we've replaced just about everything on this. I mean, the tires and the wheel assembly is really where all the value is. The rest of this thing is just steel, basically. The ratchets work fine, so I'm feeling we're good for like at least 10 to 20,000 miles now on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
RV's been behaving properly, and we are only 2 hours from Boise. And then I get to sit for 6 weeks. We get to tinker around and get all the little things done that we want to get done. Yeah, pretty ridiculous, but I'm so happy that our tow dolly is in good shape now. I mean, now that it has new tires and new wheel assemblies on both sides, the rest of it is just steel. That's where all the money's at, so I'm feeling good about the condition of the tow dolly. And now, last but certainly not least, I'm gonna tell you guys about where we're staying here in Boise. This actually may be one of the most interesting places that we've stayed. So since the Magician's Table crew and I are touring around, we go to lots of different performing arts centers throughout the country, and on occasion they have hookups for tour buses. So you guessed it, that means that I am hooked up in the parking lot of the Morrison Center. It is so awesome to be able to not have to use my car at all. I can pretty much just walk into work and walk to all these amazing things in downtown Boise every single day. I'm really excited to take you guys and show you around Boise and some of the cool things that we get to do. Right now is really not the time though. The past couple of days I've had air quality alerts on my phone like nobody's business. There's currently wildfires happening here in Boise, Idaho. I believe we have the worst air quality in the world. The sky has just been nothing but gray smog for the last 3 days. So as soon as that clears up and we can get outside and really enjoy what Boise has to offer, I'll be sure to show you guys that. Now our run of shows here in Boise is already halfway over. We just wrapped week 3. Tomorrow is our start of week 4 of shows, and it is just absolutely flying by, man. Once we're done with Boise, we're actually going all the way back across the country to Cleveland, Ohio, where we'll be at Playhouse Square for 2 months. Then from there, we go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and back to Charlotte, North Carolina for a while, and that takes us into 2027. Now, parking lot life is very convenient. Like I said, I don't have a commute into work. I'm very walkable in terms of things that I can get to. But it doesn't come without its challenges. And one of the major challenges that I've had to face in terms of parking in a parking lot as opposed to a campsite is we only have an electrical hookup. We don't have a sewer or water hookup where we're at, so we've been having to use our water pump and our freshwater tank, which has been okay. It's manageable. Right now, our current schedule has been emptying the tanks once a week during my time off, which seems to be working out okay. But like I said, we're starting our 4th week of shows tomorrow, so today is actually tank day. I'm gonna take you guys over there and we're gonna start pulling stuff in and go empty the tanks. I wasn't kidding you guys when I told you we were really close, huh? So this is it. Just sitting in a parking lot. Literally, this door right here is where you go in for the magic show. So everybody who comes in gets a nice look at the magic wagon. You can hear those fans are a little noisy, but we've gotten used to it over the time that we've been here. That's all it is right there, man. Electrical connection. Our slide out motor for the living room here struggles sometimes. I may even have to do it this time, but when it's hot during the day like this, it's about 95 degrees here in Boise. I might have to get out there and give that thing a little push to get it to actually come in. The bedroom always works fine. There's never really any weight that we have to take off of it or anything like that, but we got to be careful with the living room one. So I'm gonna go pull this stuff outside. You want to keep doing the stuff in here?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Evan left his camera, so I am gonna take the opportunity to show you the person who helps us the most when we have to move the RV. You know, people wonder or probably think that it's just Evan and I that do anything, but this guy right here is hard at work. Whether it looks like it or not, he is doing a really good job right now. I have that little fan on for him.
Everything out of the storage bays, outside and inside. Oh, forgot to press record. Just pulled the bedroom in. Now's the time. Let's see if this thing will work without a manual aid. All right, let's see. Oh, would you look at that?
It's not moving.
It started anyway. It moved a little bit without manual aid.
Delirious from the smoke.
Seriously. Well, I'm gonna go outside and push. Just, can you, here. And there it goes. All you need, just a little manpower sometimes. In the way. Finishing the job. Wow. Nice work, babe. Cool. Now I just gotta throw this stuff back in the storage bay and we'll be off to go empty the tanks. We have a little bit of a strategy that we do whenever we leave to make sure that nobody takes the parking spot. So, I don't know if you can see, but the tow dolly is just kind of parked right here in front of the RV right now. And then we're gonna take the Mazda, whip it around. I gotta give Lauren the key to the Mazda. She's gonna whip it around in this parking spot as soon as I pull out of it, which I'm gonna do as soon as she walks out that door. There she goes, backing it up like a pro. Take up four parking spots like an absolute D-bag, but here we go. It's what you got to do to make sure that you got a home when you get back, or a place to put your home rather. So we made it. Our drug of choice is a place called On the Run. It's about 15 minutes from where we're staying. Lauren's not going to show you over there right now because I had a small... The hose wasn't on all the way when I opened the black tank and it got a little messy, but it's not that bad. That's the first time that's happened, by the way. And how many months of living in this thing?
Almost 4.
4 months of full-time RVing, and that's the first, maybe the second poop-tastrophe that we've had. Flush the black tank, gotta do that literally every time, so I have a specific specific hose. This hose is only for flushing the black tank and nothing more, because I don't want to get E. coli. Now that that's hooked up, give the black tank a flush with the non-potable. So we should see in our little window some nice goodness come running out there.
Disgusting.
Super disgusting.
Put like an emoji over it. We'll put like
I'll put a little poop emoji over it. Cover it up so you guys don't have to. Somebody who's sitting there watching this video while they're eating dinner, I'm not trying to spoil your meal. Here we are, filling the fresh water with my handy dandy little gallon flow meter thingy. This is awesome because I can know how much water is in my fresh water tank. This thing holds 100 gallons, which when full equates to like 900 pounds of water. And sometimes I'm not trying to haul that much weight. I'm probably gonna put like maybe 60 gallons in this thing, and then we're gonna get back on the road. Look at us, we filled up the tanks, we're back at the Morrison Center. Job well done. Now we just have to park this thing and do the slides and all that. And just like that, the house is put back together. Proof that we emptied the tanks. The gray, empty. The black, sometimes the sensor doesn't work. Oh, look at that, we didn't clear it out good enough. Sensor doesn't work, but there's nothing in there, trust me, because I just replaced that blade X valve on the front like we were doing. And the fresh water, 3/4, that's perfect, right where we want to be. Any final words?
The shitter's not full.
The shitter's not full. That's all for this one. Peace.